So we got a Volvo here, 2007 this is a 70 model, I believe. Yep, XC70 model. I just wanted to confirm that, 2007. So it cranks, it does not start, but I do feel something in there when you turn the key, like there's something wants to grab. At one point it cranked in. So the scan tool misled us. It told us there's a code coming up, 500. It says crank RPM signal, I believe. There's a crank sensor. So the crank sensor is located right down there. If you push this out of the way, you will see it right back there. And wire goes through it. This harness right here, I saw it crushed it up. So if you need to replace your crank sensor, it's in there. So what we're gonna do next is I did try to check if it had a fuel pressure, did not get anywhere. So I went and got me a starter fluid. So we got some starter fluid over here. This is what it looked like. See if there's a part number so you guys can pick this up. Okay, I don't see a part number, but that's what it is, starter fluid. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this pipe here. You can use several different pipes. You could take this one off or shoot it straight to the intake. But we're gonna take this pipe off and we're gonna put another pipe on. I don't know if this is okay. This is, sometimes these get hard, but we're gonna pop this clamp off, use a regular clamp after that, and we'll put a small little pipe on it. We'll spray this guy. I put a little straw on it. It doesn't come with the straw, but you could get something like that. So we're gonna spray this guy from in there and we're gonna crank the vehicle. So if it starts up pretty good, it's definitely confirmed that we do have a problem with the fuel pump or fuel delivery system. But I did a little bit of diagnostic. So we got into the back. There's a module that controls the fuel pump, and we're gonna go step by step. I just wanted, because it's already been rerouted, I already got thrown off a bit, so I don't want to be thrown off much. So I do know that it might be a fuel issue, so we're gonna start with that. Okay guys, I couldn't show you, but I got this baby running. So I took a little bit of this spray and I sprayed it in there, psst, psst, and it's running. And guess what, it's still running, and I believe that starter fluid keeps it alive for a bit. And I got my module is disconnected completely, and the connectors over here, the module's on here. I'll show you there guys. I know it's dark over here, but it's still running off that little guy, off that spray. And we're gonna give it a moment till it dies off. Should be dying off any moment. That starter fluid is good stuff, okay? So we had 12 volts in here and it died off, and I did disconnect. I did connect. I'm gonna show you the positive and negative lead to this module down here. So the red one, as you can see, is connected to the white cable, just a solid thick cable, and the one with the black stripe is this negative. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in more starter fluid. We're gonna put in a little bit of more starter fluid. Okay. That should be enough for it. And we're gonna connect this guy back in. I was gonna put this pipe on it, but I give it a shot without it. And so we have confirmed. And it cranks right up and it dies. Had a drop off. I'm gonna work on that next. But let's just do a little bit more diagnostic. Let's spray a little bit more of this. That's it. Try to get your bottle a little bit straight so you can spray a good amount in there. And check this out. It's gonna start up. Baby's gonna start up. maybe a little bit more spray, just give it a little bit more. So now we know at least everything works. We have gas issue. We have gas issues on this baby. I do want to diagnose the pump further. I do want to give it a power, but oh, we don't need wipers. There you go. So it has sucked everything in there. Well, we have 13 and it died off, so it gives us 13. So we do know positive and negative. So if we give this guy the solid white cable, see, solid white cable is what I am proving right there, and a black cable is what I'm proving negative. Let's pull this guy off and take a look. So this solid white here is number 4, which is positive, and the other one's negative. I do suggest you make sure your cables before you give it a power, but I am going to give this a power to see if the pump comes on, but I do need to disconnect my battery for now. I'm going to put this battery to charge. Oh, so far looking good. So what I have confirmed is the module is not the issue. This is the fuel pump module here. It's not the issue because we have constant 12 volts in these 2 cables, which is providing power to the fuel pump, but we should be able to give that a power and hear the pump whine, and if that doesn't happen, we have an issue there. Anyways, guys, stay tuned. We're gonna go further with this guy. Okay, I want to clear our few things. Okay, so this is our module that was looking in the trunk. Number 4 wire is white, as you can see right there, and it goes straight down to 1630 number, which is the fuel pump. And then you got the other cable coming around, and it goes up and it comes out W, white, I guess striped to black, 5. We're gonna go look at the labeling there. Then we got number 1 is yellow, number 2 is blue, and then we got solid black. Okay, so I don't know if this means solid white with solid black line. I believe so, that's what it is, but that's what we're looking at. Let's go into the vehicle. Let's look at the module, which is in the trunk, and that's our fuel pump right there. So the white one was positive, the black with the black stripe was negative, because I did do a polarity test. It was showing me negative on the meter if I switch it around, but if I switch it back, it was showing me positive 12 volts. Okay, coming over here, we got solid black is number 5, number 4 is the second wire, white, and then we got white with solid black line, and then we got right in the middle is a black cable, and then we got number 2 is blue and number 1 is yellow, just like the diagram. We're gonna cover up all this, but first we are gonna give it a power to that pump, and that's what we're looking at so far.